Hey, Tony Ferris here, author of Park Place, creator of Park Place Education. Okay, what I created for you is, upon a huge demand, is speaking to thousands and thousands of investors, and the number one question is, hey Tony, how do I find the deals? Again, I'm sorry that you're not able to see me on this video. I just feel that it'd be more value to you where you can actually see my screen and what we do on a day-to-day basis, looking for your first park or your 20th park. So with that said, again, I want to hop right into my very first video of these 16 that I'm going to be sharing with you. Number one being GIS Maps. Geographic Information Survey. This is where you get as close as you can possibly get to finding the owner. Now, yes, you can look on websites for mobile home parks for sale, and that's great. We've found a deal or two that way as well. But what I really like to do is higher level, sending out yellow letters, sending out postcards, and the GIS maps are what's going to allow you to find the accurate and appropriate owner addresses. Now, this is quite honestly where the county assessors are mailing the property taxes to in terms of the owner. Now, okay, let's get right into GIS Mastery. Here's the thing is your focus is key. Your focus is everything when it comes to finding deals. Number one, find one state at a time. It doesn't, here I am in California, we've got parks all the way to North Carolina, which spans the whole entire globe, so you don't need to be within your own backyard. If you go on, I've got a document that I can actually share with you as well, and it's called essentially market cap rates. And what that's going to show you is, if you take a look at that document and you're looking at parks in Southern California where I'm at, well, the market cap rates there are 5 to 6% cap. And let's say if you go to other states such as maybe Kentucky or Northern Tennessee, the kind of the Bible Belt area, you're going to have higher cap rates north of 10%. With that said, again, focus. It's been said that the person that chases too many rabbits ultimately catches none, and that's true. So maintain focus, find one state. I can help you out with that as well, one county and one city at a time. Now, what I wanted to show you in a few moments once we back out of this PowerPoint is I want to show you real time exactly what I do when it comes to GIS maps. I'll be honest with you, they're a bit of a pain in the ass, but the key is just getting used to them and finding your way out around the GIS maps. Now, again, the capital investment on this, it depends on how many states you want to look for. What you want to do is you want to go the distance. When it comes to your competition and other investors out there, they're looking online. This is, again, as indicated on the PowerPoint, the number one secret that's going to set you apart from the competition. Now, what I like to do is I like to do yellow letters, and I'll stagger them with a postcard. So maybe I'll do a yellow letter in January, and come March or April, I'll do a postcard. Again, gift cards, letter of intent to purchase. So you really want to ebb and flow when it comes to reaching out to owners, and we're going to be getting into that in other videos as well. Now, again, the GIS maps, they're a pain in the butt. The best thing to do is I use ScreenFlow, and what I'll do is I'll train my virtual team, and I'll get through the GIS map myself. And what I'll do is I'll send that information over to my virtual team for help. So now, when it comes to the GIS maps and you're reaching out to the county assessor, here's the thing is the county assessors, they get paid for this. They're there full time. What you want to do is again, the most successful people in life are the ones that ask for help. So ask them for help, and definitely leverage them. Now, there's a couple options. Option number one, obviously, when you reach out to the county, you want to get your team onboarded for the GIS. So here's what you do is, let's just say that you have a domestic assistant that calls and or you personally call. Now what you want to do is you want to find your way out through the system. Again, record your screen, and then you're going to send that over to one of your team members, and then give them a step-by-step process so that they're not lost in translation. Another option is, say you're looking for a park to purchase. Well, ask them, hey, you know what? For example, I've got a grandma, and she was looking for a park, and we weren't able to find any information about the park. There barely was a contact number. Could you help me get in contact with the owner? And then you zip your lip and then see what they can find for you, and then slowly fill in the information. Now, lesson learned is you don't want to bog them down with too much information. Maybe you find one or two parks you're interested in, and then call them every single week, and or have one of your domestic assistants call them every single week as well, and just kind of change up the script in addition. Now, again, determine if you're looking for the address or the phone number. Be mindful of that on how it pertains to your script. And here's what I mean is, again, the contact number as seen below, same thing. Hey, you know what? I was looking to get in contact with even the manager of the park. Couldn't find any number there. So you're going to lead differently as opposed to the address of the park. Now, say you want the address, and when I say address, I mean owner's address. Now, say you want the address. Well, reach out to them. Hey, you know what? We just drove by the park. There's no contact information, and I wasn't able to get in contact with anyone. You know what? I really wanted to at least send the owner a letter, because again, maybe you're interested in purchasing the park, or maybe you had a few questions that you wanted to ask the owner. So again, think of your script and how that looks. And again, lastly, be polite when you're talking to the county assessor. Set the table, ask nicely, introduce yourself, smile through the phone, and they pick up on that. They receive that. Small talk, hey, love the area. I was thinking of moving to the area. So just kind of really, really let the conversation ebb and flow. And, again, thank them for their time as you're extracting information from them as well. Now, you think about that, and if they teach you how to use the GIS map and you're taking notes, here's the thing is the GIS maps, that goes per county. With that said, you might have 30 or 40 or 50, even more mobile home parks that you're able to find through those GIS maps and get in direct contact with the owner. Cost to build this out. This is one of the things, as we get into 16 different videos, I wanted to go into your marketing, what that looks like, and what's the highest and best use of your capital. Now, to call the county, it doesn't take long. It takes a few minutes. That may be something that you do. Maybe you call a different county once a day to slowly get a handle on the GIS maps and how those look. Log in all information to your spreadsheet, which takes no time at all. The way that I have this plotted out on here is using one of your virtual assistants, because again, it's having a day job, living a life, living on purpose and with purpose. For you to just sit and grind it out and calling county assessors, if that's not the best use of your time. I'd wager that the best use of your time is implementing all 16 strategies, taking a 50,000 foot view and seeing what's working and what's not working, and then simply going from there. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to get out of this here, and I'm going to show you real time. So let's see here. Now we're going to pull up, I've got my spreadsheets here, and what I'm going to do is, let's do, for example, so we have a park in Idaho. So let's do Idaho, for example. Now, what I did here is I've got the park cities. I created a unique livability score, city population, population increase or decrease, city housing value, rental rates for the area. What's the crime rate? Is it an A or is it an F? How many schools in the area? How many total apartments? Average apartment cost. So again, what I want to do right now is I'm going to take one of our actual parks that we have, and that's out in Blackfoot, Idaho. Now, let's see here. So what I wanted to do is what I built out on my personal spreadsheets is the county assessor website. So what I'll do here, and again, if you're interested in purchasing the spreadsheets, I'm for the first time, I'm definitely going to be offering them for sale. I've reached my goal, my personal why, and it's for me. It's not more is better. It's simply better is better. Now, so let's see here. Let me show you real time. Bear with me here. So it may have been a while. So we are going to go to. Let's see. And again, this is just these are these these GIS maps. They've got a mind of their own. So again, you're going to know if you're on the county website here. You can just kind of get a feel for that as well. So here you go, Bingham County Interactive GIS Map. Okay, so we're going to click on that, and then we want to know what the parcel is, the parcel mapping. And again, what I'll do is I'll use ScreenFlow, or Camtasia is another good one, and I'll record the screen as I'm talking to the person at the county assessor to make sure that I don't lose track. Because again, say you're looking at one state, well, there may very well be 50 counties in that state, so you need to find a way to track and record the information, and I found that those are really good platforms. Okay, so this right here, this shows you that you're in the right spot. Now, when you're looking for parks, you might run into a lot of the wrong websites, if you will, but when you've got the county and they prompt you to say okay, now you're starting to get into personal information, meaning owner's information. Let's see here now. The first thing that I like to do is I like to go to the imagery. And a lot of things that you can do is you can overlay this with, maybe Zillow or Trulia, because these websites here, they're not very clear. So you're not going to be able to just type in mobile home park, but what you need to know is essentially where the mobile home park's at. You can do the parcel number or the address, but truthfully, that seems to work for me, not that very often, maybe 10 or 20% of the time. So here we go right here. So, and again, you could overlay this with Zillow and find the mobile home park. I'm just going to show you one of our parks just to simply show you as an example. Okay, so we're just simply zooming in. We're continuing to zoom in. And so here you've got a mobile home park. So we don't own this one. We actually own the one right down the street right here. What I did on a site visit, it's actually this park. What I did on a site visit is I went to the county and introduced myself. Hey, I'm new to the area. We are a local mobile home park owner. I was actually looking to acquire another park, but I wasn't able to find any information about this park, and this park. What I did is, and again, she was a sweetheart. I thanked her for her time. What I did is just gave her some time, small talk conversation. She was able to give me all of the addresses for the owner's information. I then went on a couple third-party websites to Postal Methods is one that I use, and what you can do is you can send out a letter or even have your virtual team send that letter out, introduce yourself. Hey, I'm a local park owner. And again, there's no reason that you can't do a handwritten letter. I'm just huge on time efficiency and systems. So, okay, so let's see here. This is our park right here. So you look at this right here. It has our LLC. Literally, it has our mailing address. You name it. It has everything right there. So what you do is again, you can have your virtual assistant just go through and find all the parks in the geographic city and then log that information into your spreadsheet. as well. So now that you have this information, send out a yellow letter, send out a postcard, build out your marketing platform, and that's exactly what I do when it comes to that. So, okay, that is going to cover it for this video, and I literally have 16 more videos for you. I hope I was able to add some value. Reach out to me if you're interested in purchasing my personal spreadsheets. I'm more than willing in that I've hit my why, I've achieved my goals. So if I can send the elevator back down and add some value to you, then that's definitely what my mission is how do I help 1,000 investors find their first park. So all right, I will see you soon, and I'll talk to you in the next video.